Hey guys, good morning. So I'm walking towards the office this morning as I prepare myself to start a new video, and kind of wanted to show you where I'm walking here, which is the 3rd Street to the east, northeast, and this is where Panipaz is. I'll show you. There is where Panipaz is. So today we're going to talk about integrating into Nicaragua, what to expect, and some pointers from me as an expat that has lived overseas for more than 65 years. So yes, I'm old, but that has lived overseas for over 65 years. I think I can give you some pointers growing up, as well as actually being an expat currently here in Nicaragua. So let's start with the discussion. The other item that, as you prepare, is related to the value of time. As we all know, here we are in Nica time, which is very, very different. Both lateness or many excuses to why a meeting is delayed or canceled for another day. Here's another one, noise. We hear it. So we have a lot of doors open and we get the street noise towards us, so it is very hard to maintain a conversation in your office. Yes, there are some Western style office buildings, especially in Managua, but here, for example, in our office in León, as well as in Granada, we have a very open colonial office, and since we have a budget, we don't want to do AC because it's not only expensive, but that is also one of our adaptations to Nica lifestyle. No AC in our offices, okay? Which means then you have to have the doors open, people looking at you. There's constant traffic, distractions, and noise. The other one is, what do you need? For example, on Facebook, we hear constantly, what should I bring? Hey, I was one of them too, so don't worry, okay? Everybody goes through that transition. So what am I supposed to bring, okay? What is the healthcare like? Is there healthcare insurance? What are the other items I have to adapt with? For example, water. Can I drink the water? We do, but it depends what you're going to do. So a lot of us bring water to the house, bottled water, etc. I only do it in the office. I bring bottled water. At home, you know, we have one filter. It's a small filter, and that provides us with, in our perspective, clean water or healthy water. So I have not had Montezuma revenge yet, so I'm going to assume that all is well. And yeah, we clean the tank out every so often, where all the water goes through, just to make sure it is all safe and sound. What will be our personal attire, hygiene? How is that all like? Okay. So I'm not going to talk about the hygiene because that's it's kind of hard to discuss that. So, but the attire, I have changed. I mean, yeah, I used to wear suits in real estate when showing clients in the U.S. because I was a commercial broker. I did a lot of commercial work in the U.S. So attire, you know, tie, suit, etc., was not required, but it was a standard that we all kind of dealt with in Kansas, okay? So every state is slightly different. If I was in Florida, for example, or in Texas in the, let's say, by the beaches, then it would be a different attire than it was in the Midwest. So here, you know, today, as you can see, I have an open shirt on, short sleeves. I don't know if you can see it, short sleeves, and I got jeans on. I didn't show you, but I got jeans on, etc. So I have a more adapted lifestyle to here, to what is the norm here. So you have to adapt, okay? AC or tropical. Okay, we already talked about that. So Gislen and I, in the house that we live in, we have 5 ACs,
And I can tell you we have not used our ACs in the house since we bought the house 6-7 years ago. So, you know, are you going to adapt? Will you sweat or not? You know, I'm sitting here, yeah, it's warm, I'm sweating a little bit, and but no AC, okay? So we have adapted. That makes it a lot easier to walk in and out and go visit with clients than constantly going out and you go, oh my God, it's so warm out there. You know, you adapt yourself to it. Here's another one, roads, okay? The infrastructure is very, very good. I can tell you that from my experience now in Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, just those countries itself, or going to South America. We have traveled for over 10 different countries since we've been here. And I would say our infrastructure of roads, etc., is very, very good. But what is the problem with the roads? Less lighting at night. A lot of people driving at night, like the little taxis, the motorcycles, the bicyclists, the horses, the horse and carriage, you name it, no lights on it. So we have adapted by saying we are not going to drive at night. And the reason we are not driving at night is safety concern. We don't want to hit somebody. And so most of our business is during the daytime. And when we do have to meet with clients in the evening, we stay put in place, or we hire a driver to take us from A to B and back to A. The other one we have to adapt to is electricity. As we all know, electricity comes and goes without notice. And that's a pain, definitely, especially in our business. It's a pain, and so you adapt. You get a generator. But again, if we were living in the US, it would be totally unacceptable, and therefore we would not have a generator, well, in the Midwest, right? So again, it depends where you're coming from, how much of an adaptation you need to make to your lifestyle, and do you want to make it? I think that as we adapt our lifestyle, we will have a significant better life by adapting and integrating versus, you know, let's say staying away, not learning the language, not traveling, because we see that as a tremendous opportunity to see Nicaragua. We're doing more and more traveling, which in the first year we didn't do that much. Yet we checked out a few places before we figured out where to live. So part of that, where you're going to live and travel, is the opportunity to buy local. And we all know local means pulperias, ferreterias, little mom and pop shops. Different quality points, different price points. So what do you want to buy, right? I can tell you, like this shirt I have on, it cost me $6. And Ghislaine will tell you, I would be caught dead in the Midwest of buying in a secondhand store. I'm doing it now because I like to save money. I'm on the budget. And that is one of the things that I think is very, very important, is to live on a budget and try to figure out ways to reduce your budget, which then you integrate in the community, both with the expats as well as the local Nicaraguan community. That's my view. It will also depend where you live. So if you're living, for example, like in San Juan del Sur versus Granada versus León, Managua, you name it, it's going to be different. So if you have a large expat community in your area, like San Juan del Sur, maybe Managua, it might be more difficult to integrate to the local community and adapt faster, because you might not feel the need, because you don't have like-minded people maybe you have, and therefore you're not taking chances to travel outside the comfort zones or try to adapt or find different things to buy or to experience, okay? And finally, about food, restaurants, and things like that. So we have eaten at a lot of different local restaurants. Today I went here in Leon, I went to a little restaurant, which is a buffet, which I can tell you I am not a buffet person. Ghislaine will tell you anytime in the US if they say buffet food, I'll go, heck no, I'm not going to do it. But again, that is the part of adaptations of a lifestyle to make you feel more part of the community here. So I had a good lunch, it was around $3.50. So it was a good lunch. And I'll probably eat there tomorrow again. Saves money and makes me feel more comfortable than going to constantly to expensive restaurants and then be outside of my budget, because something has to give, right? If you set a budget of $1,200, then if you go over it, then you're going to have to say, what adaptations do I have to make to be able to be within my allowance? Okay. Well, I hope this video helped you about cultural adaptation as you move to Nicaragua. You have an amazing day. Look forward to your comments. Take care. Bye-bye.